Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my live Facebook page therapy, in which I talk about random subjects and topics and stuff like that. And Steve Harvey is a simp. You know what I found out a little while ago? I found out that Steve Harvey got married to his second wife immediately as soon as he broke up with his first wife, because he's just such a simp, a beta alpha cuck. I have a friend I'm talking to, Pepe, okay? And he basically don't understand to keep things simple and shit, because, like I said before, thousands of times, people who like to make things complex or effeminate, man. Keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. You'll be a patriarch. You'll be understanding what an alpha is. Keep things simple and disciplined. Okay, you don't need all that mumbo jumbo and extravagant supercalifragilisticexpialidocious type motherfuckers and shit, right? Like I tell people before, marriage is not for alpha men. But in my particular case, it's different because I have schizophrenia. Okay, my voice has told me to get married to my wife. If I didn't get married to my wife, then of course I would go crazy, and I would be definitely stuck in Ethiopia right down to this day. Okay, don't get me wrong. I have the gift of premonitions and dreams, and of course, people would think, okay, that my wife is taking advantage of me, but she really hasn't. Okay, please understand that. Okay, I have things set up a certain way, so where I don't have to worry about relying on, blood out of a rock and shit, and I'm suffering in a rock in a hard place and shit like that. For a month that was, but I still had my car, okay, and I had other places to go, okay, so you had to have black backup plans in order to fix things. My wife tried to take advantage of me, but she don't understand that she can't lose her day job. You know what I'm saying? She can't lose her day job. My income is earned, okay? It's like a pension, Social Security, okay? And of course, I try to tell people about, you can actually get your Social Security if you just sign yourself in and try to see if you have any mental psyche evaluations. I got mine by accident and shit, okay? I didn't know I had schizophrenia ever since I was 7 years fucking old and shit. And I'm basically hearing voices and shit all the way during that time. This is why I could never keep a motherfucking job, man. Because I get so distraught sometimes by emotional overwhelming and overbearing and shit. And the next thing I have to get out of there and shit. I even dropped out of the job. I even dropped out of they kicked me out of the Job Corps. Because when they found that I was a schizoaffective. Also, I had to drop out of fucking Triangle Tech at one time. Now, like I said before, if you liking me and stuff, it's best to say hello, because I don't see you on here. I cannot see you on here. I'm your friendly neighborhood Schizologist. I'm very creative and innovative, okay? I'm a whole list of things, more than most people and shit. I'm more smarter than the average Joe out there. And, of course, my life is far more interesting than most of your lives, okay? Unless you want to talk about something. Okay? Marriage is not for the faint of heart, okay? It's not for most people, most men, okay? So now in my situation, I had to get married. I told you before that I found my wife overseas. She was a virgin. Yes, she had her hymen, okay? Now, what did I say about doing the hymen check on women? Okay, who wants to learn how to be a gynecologist? Who wants to learn how to be a fucking escort and a gigolo? You come to the right place. I have the credentials and the background and the videos to prove it, okay? So if you got any questions, you come to me for that type of information. We don't have to go somewhere else, and they don't have no experience. They don't have no videos and shit. It's better off to talk to goddamn porn for advice. A porn star like Wesley Pipes or Marcus or fucking Lexington on a fucking porn industry, rather than talk to someone who have no proof, no documented psychological evaluations with any kind of experiences with any type of other females in their past. Please understand, I've had 2 menage a trois in my life, okay? And I wish I could have recorded it and shit. The first menage a trois didn't go too well, but the second one did, okay? But even though the second one, that second one it didn't work either. I'll take it back, but I had 2 menage a trois. But other than that, the menage a trois are very hard to come by. And if you have the capability of actually talking about it, and you got the cojones to give a great story and it's interesting, then you should talk about it all you want. Kiss and tell. And as I tell you before, I don't use vaginas, okay? And I inspect them, okay? And I use the strap on, okay? And I think guys should just wake up and stay out of that used pussy. And as a matter of fact, y'all should just stay away from women totally if you want to be like that, okay? But I talked to a lot of feminists and shit. You try to get on their good side and try to understand how they don't really hate men at all. It's all facade, man. It's all facade. You got to understand and read through their psychologies. Try to use a little bit dark psychology. Be directed up front. No guy, most guys don't do these things these days. They just don't. Okay. And the thing is that my wife hasn't taken advantage of me because I'm still in the house. I'm always in this goddamn house. I can't be out on the street driving her back and forth. I'm not a fucking babysitter. I'm the goddamn father, okay? I told her this. I told the courts this. And what did they do? What the fuck did they do, okay? I tried to prove to them that she committed perjury. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear nothing, okay? They're just looking out for the well-being of the child. But that's okay. But she opened a can of worms that she can't close. So now the USCYS is coming. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what to say about that. Because I can't do a goddamn thing. Especially when you have a foreign female who's going to the courts taking advantage of a person who is mentally handicapped. I was poorly represented. But the voices told me not to file charges on that. I guess there's some kind of karma going to come from this and shit. I don't know, man. I really don't know. And then I got people hating on me, saying I don't do shit in my life. I said, I worked over 15 years of my life, goddammit. I worked into my Social Security and shit. And so I found myself ending up receiving my benefits because of the fact that there was some misinformation because of neglect, okay, from the system, as a matter of fact, okay. But of course, no longer, I cannot do anything about it now because it's getting worse and worse, okay, and worse. What the hell am I supposed to do? I take my medications and shit like that. I have to do those things. If I don't, I'll probably snap like a motherfucker, man. But since my schizophrenia does not have an effect upon children and shit, it does have an effect upon grown-ass individuals who try to hurt me and try to harm me and threaten my life and shit, and then I get possessed, and then I could go to the court and basically say, I got possessed, and I got possessed twice in my life. And it seems like some people know how to activate that shit, so you gotta stay away from people like that, okay? That's why I'm paranoid. I go outside and I gotta be quiet and shit. I don't talk around a lot of people. That's why I talk to y'all guys. I need help in situations. I talk to my therapist from time to time, okay? I talk to my psychologist from time to time. But they don't give me no advice. They just sit there and go, But you are the only types of people that actually can communicate with me. Because you know I'm eccentric. You know I'm unique. You know I'm innovative. But I try to keep my mouth shut about my innovative ideas. Because I know people like to copy and shit. So I'm about to tell y'all something. I'm about to be on the fucking Mixer. I'm about to be on Twitch as well. Okay, once I get this little camera thing running and shit. I'll be playing games and shit. You can talk to me. We can talk about therapeutic psychosis and shit while we playing games and shit. We can weep and cry and shit like that because my shit is going to be I'm a unique streamer, okay? I know how to use that computer technology and shit very well indeed. But please understand this. Now, if you got my Mixer and you got my Twitch, okay, and you know my YouTube and you don't even do nothing to help my cause, no one will help your cause, okay? And if you're using superficial means to help your cause, that's your karma. That's not my karma. I believe in karma. I believe that everyone suffers to some degree or not. But I just looked at this video with Abba and Saba, okay? Okay, I don't know their names and shit. But other than that, they was talking about how this man was pressured into marrying a female who with a high maintenance attitude. And there was 3 women on the panel of the Steve Harvey show and shit. Because you know Steve Harvey just suck. He created a book, Men Are From Men. Men Are From Venus. Women are from Venus and men are from Mars. Okay, that book sucked. When I was reading that shit back in the heydays, back in the 90s and shit. I read that motherfucker and I was like, nah, I can't even get past the goddamn second chapter with this bullshit simp. This simp shit. Because I'd never encountered that shit because I was raised by pimps and shit, right? So I'm like, I would never get married. And I made a promise and vow, okay? But I had to get married. I already told you this before. I don't believe in marriage, especially to non-virgins, okay? That's common sense type shit, right, guys? You don't get married, okay? But I had to marry because I hear premonitions and dreams and shit. A lot of my premonitions and dreams and my voices and shit speak to me, and I get these things. They're like gifts to me, and I don't believe it, and then they come true and shit. So then you don't believe me because I have the power of hearsay and shit. Not the power of hearsay, but the power of words. So I'll say something to you in your life, and then something bad will happen to you. But I can't do that because some people like to test, like to test me. And I try to recommend most of y'all to try to test y'all women that y'all try to be with. Because I know a lot of y'all guys out there are fucking red pillars. And there's a lot of guys who don't understand what these pillars are about. All right? So let me go down the list of what the fuck. This is all unscripted now here, like I said before. A blue pillar is someone who's innocent. Everyone starts off as a blue pillar, no matter if it's female or male. Everyone starts off as a blue pillar. Everyone starts off as a blue pillar. Innocence is important. This is where you have to understand that if you don't have enough discipline, and I truly believe that women and girls and boys, while they're growing up, they should be in different separate schools. They should be private schools, privatization or whatever, but they don't do that. Okay, that's the reason why I wanted to homeschool my child, okay, in the first place, because you don't never know what they're teaching in the school. They should give you the extracurricular, give you the list of what they're going to teach your kid, and let's be gone. But still, you don't see your kids. You don't know what's happening in the background. And a lot of people are not capable parents, but that's beside the point here. Blue pill is someone who's innocent. Red pill is someone who's experienced and know better already, okay? If you take the blue and you take the red, you get purple pill. Now, purple pill is the next step up, okay? Because the purple pill realizes that you can take strategies to use psychology, but you still get screwed, okay? Okay, you're not thinking ahead, too far in ahead. Okay, you're not playing chess. You're trying to make sure you cover your own asses, but still trying to get some pussy and shit. But it's not about that, okay? You shouldn't just do that because you're going to get pussy whipped. If you have any form of weakness, you're going to get screwed, okay? Now, after the fucking purple pill, then there's the black pill, I heard, okay? Now, the black pill represents a MGTOW monk. You don't deal with women at all, okay? All right? Just keep it simple. Keep it simple as monks, because I was reading about it, and I was like, they don't deal with women at all. So, MGTOW monk, black, okay, the Black Knights or whatever, that's the way they don't want to deal with women. But they don't talk about the fucking fact that you can go overseas, like I did, emerald pill. They don't talk about the fact you be an emerald pill to be a pure-hearted individual to understand what spirituality is, because they believe in karma. You don't talk about the fact that the emerald pill is not talked about because it's created by a schizo, which is me, okay, a true real McCoy, a true alpha and shit. Because I'm the living example of how to live as an alpha, indigo child who's basically a fucking emerald pillar knight. But nobody want to talk about me. I got to create my own content. And then eventually, in due time, I will become popular enough in my own accord and shit. But it's okay. I already got a couple people who tries to sponsor me and shit like that and want me on this show and shit like that's my personality and shit. But I try to do my best not to spread myself too thin, okay? I don't want to do that, okay? And that's as before. I think y'all guys who's out there trying to give me lots and thousands of dollars, but I said no thanks. Okay, I don't want that, okay? I'm not interested in the money like that. I don't know you. I don't want you killing me and shit, okay? But I use everything for the right noble cause, okay? I just don't know you, okay? And you be like, why are you getting this money back? And I know you the real McCoy now because you reflected my you rejected my money because I was honest. I told you I'm not ambitious. So if you give me $100,000, I swear to you not, I will send that shit back. But I'll never forget your name. But I need to know you. I don't know you, dog. You give me $10,000 or some shit. That's too much money, man. I didn't ask for that, okay? What did I ask for, okay? Let me see. Go on his show, bro. Go on whose show? Pepe, what's going on now? I've been talking to Pepe a little lately. I think you in Kenya or some shit like that. Don't take my memory because my memory's not good, okay? My memory's not all that good. I don't remember you from. You live in America. You tell me about these black girls and shit like that. So I talked about all of the pills. Emerald pill is too high for most of y'all guys anyway, because most of y'all guys don't understand that you're not supposed to sleep with used vaginas. That's a simp. Okay, so you're automatically disqualified. You can't be an emerald pill. Now, when I tag emerald pill knowledge on anything, that's a bit of knowledge that you need to do some research on. Genetics. Okay, I talk about genetics. I talk about certain chemicals in the food. I talk about things that go on with other women and how it's a one-sided fence and how the oligarchies and these shapeshifters are taking over the courts. I talk about things that most racist crackers don't understand. And when I talk to racist crackers, I said that there's different type of white people. You got to be careful now here. The shapeshifters, they're molding the country. Okay, they shift themselves in faces like Mystique from the X-Men. Okay. And they can imitate people and individuals, okay? I've learned this when I was a kid. I was like, well, don't you think that white America is changing because there's an alien abnormality that's occurring in society? Because if you think about it, in the 1920s, it was 90% fucking Ku Klux Klan in America, right? 90% Ku Klux Klan all across America, right? Because I know you don't know about this, Pepe, on you. Please understand, it was like 90% KKK. And in the 1930s, Hitler was on the front cover of Time magazine. And a small group of individuals, I think it was a certain amount of small group of white individuals wanted to join his cause. But Hitler rejected them, okay? So you got to understand there's histories and conspiracies that you must look into. Why do you think they assassinated John F. Kennedy? Because he was talking too much about secret societies. You can't talk about that shit. You can't do that, okay? Even Louis Master Farrakhan got shot down, okay? I live in America too. Yeah, where you live at now? Where you living at? Atlanta. Okay. Yeah, I forgot, Don't get me wrong. Don't take me with a grain of salt. You got to remember I got a situation with me. I can't concentrate sometimes. My dick gets hard. Maybe because all of the masturbation and shit. All my life, I've been working it out. It's called joking. If you want to get longer, here's the best method of how to get longer. You eat the right foods, okay? Your greens, you drink your right foods. You go for the base and you pull up. You pull up. And you eventually get like a half an inch or to a full inch. If you eat more proteins, it gets fatter. Because I learned that when I was younger and shit. So I always wanted to be bigger, but I don't want to be too big. Okay? I don't want to fuck the female up, right? Okay, especially if she's a virgin, because every female I talk to, I told you I talked to 2 virgins in my life, okay? You can inspect the shit. You could be a gynecologist. Anybody who wants to learn how to be a gynecologist, you come here. Anybody who wants to be like Dr. Ruth, okay, you come here. If anybody who wants to basically know how to be, a gigolo or escort, you come here, because I was those things. Most guys are not those things. But on top of that, I told you, I use a strap on, okay, to fuck to use vaginas. You got to have a personality, and you charge them to the game. You have to charge these hoes to the game. You have to tell them who you are from the jump. That is a true alpha. The alphas are very rare. Now, some people may have the personality of an alpha, but if you dig into their personality, they're not an alpha, okay? Because there's like when people, like Pepe, like you said before, you from Atlanta, okay? We are agreed that Will Smith, of course, was a simp, okay? Yeah, he probably has relations with his own son, okay? And that's some new shit. I never heard of some shit like that. I keep up with the current times, but I keep things simple. I don't try to get into the technicalities of things, but I'm into the psychology of that shit. Yeah, don't fuck with me there. Don't fuck with me there. That's what I wanted to go. I went to school. I went to college for that shit, man. But I didn't get my degree. I had to drop the fuck out. I realized how easy to understand what psychology is. You start getting algorithms from different people. You start testing people and shit like that. I start understanding, I just don't use psychology. I use dark psychology. Dark psychology is the form of manipulation, okay? And there's positive manipulation and there's negative manipulation. And of course, it's a double speak when you're talking about dark psychology. You can manipulate someone into doing something like hypnosis, and you can still be in the right, especially for a greater good. You know what dark psychology is? Religion itself is a form of dark psychology, my friend. Religion itself is a form of dark psychology. It's a great evil for a greater good. Like if you go to the Far East and you go to the Hindus and you see the more the Hindu, the East, go further east and shit, you'll find out there are statues out there of over 3,000 gods. It's a castle full of fucking deities that you never even heard of. But people believing in one fucking God, dog. People believing in one fucking God. Like I said before, Steve Harvey is a simp, okay? And I tell you before, a simp is someone who settles for suckers who settle for mediocre pussy. They're quick to get married. They are the ones who basically don't have a plan. They're the ones who basically don't have nothing to back themselves up. They don't save their ass. Emerald Pill is about covering your ass. Emerald Pill is about having a pure heart. Emerald Pill is about being a renaissance. You got to be all these things, okay? You can't be like, you don't know nothing. You can't have a conversation. I could have a conversation with y'all motherfuckers right now, and then it'll be going for hours and shit. If I'm really in the mood. I just get my ass up after I take my medication. Steve Harvey is an idiot. I said, yeah, man, I'm like this bald-headed motherfucker. He only crack jokes. He is nothing compared to Cat Williams. He's nothing compared to Eddie Murphy. He's just a bald-headed freak again. And that thing with fucking Gayle, with the and Kobe Bryant thing, that incident and shit, she said that shit. I was watching that interview with Gayle and that fine-ass NBA player. Who is that female, okay? Gayle was inspecting her and talking to her. I was like, who is this? I have never seen her tall ass. I was like, who is this? She said, that Kobe is my friend. Kobe's my man. If you're alpha, you keep it real. Like Snoop Dogg was making fun of Gayle because and he was right to call her those names. He was talking out of his emotion. But let's say, for instance, she's using psychology, man. She's using psychology to make her look bad because she already guess who got the threats first? That woman who was sitting there saying, okay, we don't want to talk about that because this is a personal issue. She was getting in trouble. You have to understand the connection behind that. Because Gayle was using dark psychology. You see what I'm saying? She was just trying to get views. You see, overall, it's about views and the question and the perspective. Snoop Dogg had the right to lash out. He didn't have to apologize to Jada Pinkett and shit. I saw him on Red Table. I was like, who the fuck? You gonna apologize? I said, I was in my emotion. He was not a bigger man for saying that. He was making himself look a beta and shit. I say, this is the problem in America right now. This is the problem. Snoop Dogg, he bowed. He bowed. Now, I respect his cause. But shit. Let me see. What did you write here? Pepe said, okay, Dave Chappelle is the real deal. Fuck Gayle, okay? Her name says gay. I said, yep, You say what the fuck you feel. This is what America's about. And women are too touchy-feely. Women can say anything they fucking want. But the problem is that women are liars. Okay? Women are liars. You know that Gayle was being a bitch. You know that hair had a hooligan. I don't think she wear any fake hair or anything. You could call her what the fuck you want. If you're in your emotion, in your moods and shit, you can say what the fuck you want to say. That's not going to break a deal for him. What the fuck is... Nobody knows me. I can say what the fuck I want. I saw the fucking interview. She tried to make an excuse like she was just trying to get to the nitty gritty. I said, what are you trying to say? You just use psychology. You're trying to make Kobe look bad. He just died in a plane crash. I don't give a fuck about a witness who didn't testify. That's dark psychology. But she was just using the press. She said it herself. A button, right? There you go. But you have to understand who was in the direct threat. It wasn't Gayle at first. It was when she asked that question, she said, but don't you think that's suspicious? She made it like, don't you think that's suspicious that the witness even wanted to testify and shit? And I don't know where her name is. Okay. But she was calm and collected. And she got threats first. So Snoop should have went in a little bit of research. It's like, hey, when I'm trying to express myself, then am I wrong? Am I wrong to call her out her name when she knows she was using dark psychology, right, motherfucker? Right? Duh? No. He bowed. So what does that happen in male society? They become more subservient to woman's kind. When a man like that, he's supposed to be representing alphas. I talked to Snoop before. I said, pay me my $1 million and let's make a partnership. Let's start. I got some innovative ideas for Snoop, okay? He don't have to keep talking about that Crip shit and that blood shit, all like that. He can just come on my side. We can learn a bit or two from a schizo and shit. We could do some music and shit together. But this motherfucker, he's too beta though. Snoop is a very beta, just like T.I. Very beta type. When you compete against someone like Candace Owens on the stage. Okay, Pepe said Snoop's supposed to be gangster. You right? I just said, who the fuck did they defeated him? Clear and cut. Jada Pinkett got Will Smith on a leash, motherfucker. I told you this. I don't give a fuck. It's like this. I told my wife all of the time, okay? I kill that bitch, okay? But I don't mean it. What do you think I'm gonna mean? This is hood talk. You can't say, I could say that, Shepherd. I said, I talk like that all the time, but that don't mean I killed her. You need proof that I killed the bitch, okay? I'm like, damn, I hope this bitch die, right? People don't understand. Snoop is supposed to be alpha, right? And I try to talk to Alpha. I talk to Snoop all the time. I say, hey, dude, he probably never had no fucking menage a trois. Snoop never probably had these things going on. He just got a lot of money and he made a couple good records in his past. He made few good deals and he's a multimillionaire, right? Right. Snoop is supposed to be gangster. He's fake, okay? It's like they castrated him in the interview. He looked like the closet. That's what I'm saying, right? He looked kind of weird. I said, why is he sitting like that? Why the fuck is Snoop sitting like that? He said, yeah, man. He looked like he was about to cry. I said, oh, shit, Jada Pinkett got his balls in a nutsack. He was actually looking kind of teary towards, he was horny or some shit. This is Snoop Dogg. This is fucking Snoop Dogg. You motherfuckers, okay? I respect T.I. T.I. ain't shit. Give me your money, T.I. So we can start some business. First, we'd have a discussion and shit, because I don't want your money immediately and shit. We got to make an agreement pact or some shit like that. But I'm trying to tell you, the power of the alpha male is dying in America. And what happens is that women need to be put in their place. Okay, what I mean by that, and if any female is listening to me, if you're a real true alpha woman and you're really truly spiritual, you read your books, you get them books open. Okay, and understand what a real man is. A real man takes charge. And there's no way that you having no jurisdiction in his household, The only thing a woman can do in his household is to be subservient and try to suggest some things like, I would like this to occur. That's the best thing women to do. That's the best thing for women to do. Be subservient, be kind, suck his balls when it's need to be sucked. Okay, now if you're gonna have some pet peeves. Of course you're gonna have some pet peeves. But don't turn off the pussy because of it. Because you're not gonna get any, okay? Alpha men will be quick to get you out of the house. Marriage is not important anymore because it doesn't, there's no advantage for men to be married. You know what I'm saying? You respect T.I. I don't respect none of the motherfuckers, okay? You know who I respect the most on the on the stand? That was Killer Mike. Killer Mike was the shit. He was the moderator between T.I. and fucking Candace Owens and shit. Remember that battle they had? I was like, yo, don't talk to Candace like that. Do you understand she's not a fucking coon, man? Do you understand what she's talking about is the history of how black men is worth you could just say this. Black men are worth athletes, okay? People who are basically bought off by the Jewish and the Caucasoids. Let's keep it real here. Are worth $2 trillion as a mechanism. Even Marcus Garvey tried to work a deal, and Malcolm, not Malcolm, but Martin Luther King tried to work a deal with the white man. You can't win against that. You just either leave, okay, or you just settle, okay? If you can't beat them, you kind of join them, or you mixed breed with them. That's what they want, so that's what they're going to get. There's no way, there's no such thing as going to be a war, race war. There's not going to be no race war here, goddammit. We're not going to have no race wars here. Okay? That's out of the question. Weapons I have seen, I'm like, oh shit. I'm weeping like the fucking Lord of the Rings and shit. That motherfucking wizard and shit. He saw an army that he never saw before. There ain't no race war, motherfuckers. Okay, but anyway, T.I. gets his daughter. I said, listen. When it comes to fucking virginity and shit, please understand you have no walls. Like let's say your wife said check service. You know, back in Africa they do shit like that. The father's involved and the mother's involved to make sure she has her virginity, right? So this is why we are getting too effeminate now these days. We're getting too effeminate because of the fact that, the man has no right. Automatically, he's a pedophile. He has no right to check that pussy. Now, I know for a fact that my daughter's in danger if she goes to school. When I know I have the education credentials to train my own daughter at school. But now my wife has to understand that if she get pregnant, she got to go. As she get pregnant, she gotta go because there's no kind of way. Now, there's lots of kids, lots of undisciplined parents who send their kids to school. They have these pregnancies behind the scenes and they'll go to the garbage bin and start digging up in their shit and they fuck up their shit for life. All because the parents are irresponsible. So that's another ballgame now here. T.I. has a right to check it if he wants. You know, back what they used to do back in the 1930s, they had chastity belts. You had motherfucking chastity belts on the motherfuckers with lock and key, motherfuckers. The alphas was already here, okay? That's long gone. They had chastity belts. You know what a chastity belt is, Papi? Okay, right back in the heydays, they would when the babies would cry, they would put them out on the windowsill. And it was a good tactics, but people get effeminate, okay? When they get effeminate, they get soft. And those tactics actually worked, but it doesn't destroy society because between the 1940s and the 1960s, not the late 50s and shit, it was perfect. Times and days was perfect because it was strict. You need a form of discipline in this society. But the oligarchies want trouble. So they put money into the feminist movement, the Gloria Steinefelds and shit, and the Black Panther movements. They fuck up everything with their capitalism. They control everything. You already know how that works, right? Okay? T.I. gets his daughter's virginity checkup. Yeah, that's good, man. That's T.I. I think that was okay. But the thing is that with my daughter, in my situation, I would not have to do that because I have the good psychology background. Okay, and he's not into psychology. A lot of blacks aren't into psychology. They're not even into genetics. Trust me, that's a fact, okay? When you go into the hood, you can't talk to the motherfuckers. I say, don't you think that if you entice your daughter to watch BET, I would be like, Black Entertainment, you shouldn't know. Daughters should not be watching that shit. Now, boys, on the other hand, that helps them to be macho and shit like that, but it's still a sexualized production. We have to use psychology, people. Candace Owens has a great memory. She has a great mind. You can't fuck with that. She can run for president and she will most probably get elected, okay? Because she's the only alpha female out there that I see that can run, okay? And don't put Oprah up there. Don't do that, okay? Michelle Obama is a man, right? People keep saying she let her run, okay? You never know, okay? You never know, okay? If she's man enough to stand up there, let her go. Because she's completely got innocent backgrounds. You can't fuck with them. Those are powerful women, but they won't run. They won't run, okay? And then on top of that, we got Ben Shapiro. Sharpio. I call him a pen and shit. He's a robot. Oh my motherfucking God, okay. Even Trump's, he was like looking at Michael Savage, okay. That motherfucker could run for president. There's a whole bunch of actors that is more better off than fucking Oprah and shit. Like fucking The Blacklist. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. But the guy who played as Raven Reddington, okay. And he should run for president because sometimes when people act a certain way, they can be prominent figures. Okay, just the way he acts in The Blacklist is a professional. He is fucking off the chain. Okay, I'm just like, who is this guy? Okay, let me see. How you been, Tony Chain? What's going on, man? Are you a racist or something? You got the Joker? They should make a black Joker. They should make a black Joker in an alternate universe, like you. Okay, because you don't like black people, do you? But then now you see my face, you be like, oh, okay, this motherfucker. You didn't see my face. I put my face up there, babies. I'm not a coward. You put a clown up there. Sometimes I put little pictures up there, but I don't see none of your face. When you don't show your face, that shows how racist you are. Just like you, Peppy. You got fake accounts. Y'all motherfuckers got the fake accounts because y'all pussies and shit. Damn. You think you got the MK Ultra and they gonna get you? They ain't gonna get you, Tony Kane. Come on. Are you fat or something? Are you okay? I love you, brother. What's going on? A brother from another mother? Okay. Do you know who I am? Okay. Do you know I'm not your average man? I'm not your Peter Pan? Okay. You ain't experienced nobody like me. I talk about multiple subjects or multiple levels, and then when I talk about shift shapers and shit, you think I'm crazy, correct? I told you I'm schizoaffective, but when I hear voices and my voices help me get all the things I have and shit, and you ain't listening, you got a complex. My shit come true. Your shit don't come true. Okay? I'm like, I ain't trying to start no trouble with you if you're a racist, but Jesus Christ, I talk to racists and pedophiles all the goddamn time. I got no problems with the word nigger. You can call me a nigger and we can be friends forever for life. But you ain't gonna chop my dick off and stick it in my mouth, right? Remember? I posted a picture for Tony Kane to watch to see. That picture was like a spell, man. My voice was just like, yo, spell. I'm like, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Okay. And then I start writing the patches about common sense about the cracker who has the ancestors. And Tony Kane was like in defense, like full force. I had never said anything about the cracker. I just said anything. The only thing I said about the snowman and shit is basically if you have ancestors and you know about it, you better give up some reparations to some nigga because I don't want that karma. If I was a cracker, I'll be scared as fuck as magic. You believe in God, don't you? You believe in God, that means that's what do you call it? A family curse type shit? You never heard of that shit before? You don't believe in magic, but you believe in God. Okay, you have the Jordan Peterson complex. Okay, because you gonna go insane and you think your God is gonna help you? Oh shit. Everybody been in slavery. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Everybody's been in slavery at one time. That's why I think Negroes these days are suffering because of what the Egyptian gods, the Demiurge God did. Because the Demiurge gods left this motherfucking planet. They got bored of this planet and left black people all over the planet and shit. You could see them all over there everywhere. And next thing you know, they're invaders and shit. White people are invaders from Mars and shit. And they living in underground bunkers on the planet Mars and shit. It takes like fucking 3 years to get from one place to another and shit. You don't understand none of that shit. And you believe in God. And it's over 3,000 gods over in the Far East. And the Mabra Habata, the Vishnu records, you don't read none of that. Dead Sea Scrolls, Emerald Tablets, none of that shit, you guys. Esoteric knowledge, none of that. Y'all don't need it. Whew. Let me see. Okay, but I'm not a technical person. I know a couple of my associates that will blow you out of the water in technicalities, but they're very monotone. I don't do monotone. I keep it very simple. I'm like a David Icke. I tell you, a voice told me over here to do this shit, and I'm not delusional, motherfucker. Now, if you call me delusional and you want to believe in Jesus, that's up to you. But I showed that picture up on there, right? And you probably got offended because you didn't read the whole thing. I said it's spell magic, motherfucker. The picture is a spell magic. Somebody written that out of pain. Somebody drew that picture out of pain. Okay, and if you basically don't understand how magic works, did you know that the suicide rates for whites is definitely 3 times higher than blacks, right? Come on now. And cancer rates is going up for whites, right? All right, so that could be the reason. There's other shit that's going on with whitey too. White liberals get it the most. They get it. They actually, white liberals are the ones that shape and mold America. Let's use common sense now here. Use common sense. It's just the hierarchy is like this. You got a white racist, okay, who raises his son to try to be a racist, but he don't want to be racist. So that's the positive thing in children. I don't want to be racist because the color of his skin, okay? So that's the new age cracker. Okay, remember, there's a new age cracker. So he's raising up like Dritch or Durden, like the Dark Elf trilogy and shit. Okay, Ralph Salvador and shit. And he says, I don't want to be like my own ancestors. And then I'm trying to tell you that people create spells and shit for the suffering of ancient people who lost their lands and shit and are still in jail to this day. Okay, we already got affirmative action for the Negro and shit. I don't like affirmative action too much, but you can understand how the cracker tries to make up for things that they did wrong. And it trickles down in society, right? Because I'm like, there's people who want to try to be black now, okay? But you got to do the Ancestry.com now. Fuck all that shit. If I'm not a slave, okay, I don't look for reparations. If I'm not a slave, I don't look for reparations, right, dog? So, right, Tony Kane? I've traveled to Ethiopia. I'm a different type of breed. Don't talk to me and say I'm a racist. I don't have nothing to do with it. I say all sorts of words. Do not get me misconstrued. I know magic, dog. You do not want to fuck with. You call me the devil. Your God is the devil, okay? If you read your Bibles very clearly, it says God killed over millions of people, and the devil only killed how many? 100 people. He only killed 100 people. Facts, motherfuckers. But anyway, what do y'all want to talk about, okay? Let me say Snoop Dogg. I said, we talked about that Harvey Weinstein thing. I said, yo, man, if it's a Jewish person or Caucasoid, they're going to try to watch out for their own. The only Negro that I read in history time was Marcus Garvey, who joined up with the KKK to start this revolution and trying to help separate, okay, segregate the blacks and the whites in America. When Marcus Garvey was alive and running, okay, because I didn't know too much about Marcus Garvey, but also Martin Luther King worked in cahoots with the cracker as well. But that's a losing war. They got assassinated. Anytime a prominent black figure get assassinated, that is a curse waiting to happen. Abraham Lincoln noticed about this. The Uncle Tom, the book, okay, it's a form of that magic spell comes from a white woman. Come on now, you don't connect the goddamn dots. Abraham Lincoln is the one who had these visions and dreams and shit in his personal document, a diary. He had a diary or some shit like that. I could be wrong, because they say that there's no such thing as fucking George Washington, whoever, what's his name? Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus never existed, okay? Then that's some conspiracy shit. But this could be all conspiracy as well. Abraham Lincoln, he had visions and dreams, okay, about the curse of the white man. Okay, and he saw a spirit of a black woman in chains, in the blood, okay? Oh, shit. The Jolly Ship, Lollipop, whatever the fuck, this boat, I don't know what it is, how many dead souls is thrown across in the boat. You don't understand your ancestors? And you don't understand what magic is? Okay, so that's up to you if you want to still believe in your... Now, don't get me wrong, religion is a great evil for a greater good. But it's not working. It's failing y'all white liberals. Because the white liberals are the ones. When I say liberal, y'all got to understand my terminology of the word liberal. If you too far left, you're effeminate. You're not being strict enough. You're being a Democrat. Okay, see, we got the key word. A Democrat's too socialist. You're not doing the things that's correct. I was self-taught. I started looking at things by common sense. I said, okay, if you have a socialist economy, the Chinese have that. They're communist, socialist economy. Guess what? Everybody gets paid the same. Okay, I don't agree with everybody should getting paid the same. Okay, same amount of money. If somebody does more harder work and shit, and you get paid the same amount of money and shit, I don't agree with that type of shit. Okay, and when a nigga is over there in China and shit, they jealous of that motherfucker real quick. Chinese, the Africans ain't really catching the Canary virus, so it's really a Caucasoid to Oriental type shit, right? I'm not being nothing racist about it. You get me misconstrued. You're being too sensitive. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. When I say Oriental, I'm talking about Japanese, North Korean, Chinese, white, okay? Smaller penis type guys, okay? All right, okay. So anything I want to talk about? Okay, Pepe. And Tony Kane. Now you know who the hell I am. White power! Black power! Okay, it doesn't matter which way you go. When you die, you may become black in your next life. You don't read about reincarnation, dog? I didn't ask to be black. Was I asked to? When I came into this world, did I ask to be fucking black? You better start opening your mind. Once you go black, you don't go back, right? So that's why they ain't dead. Okay, they ain't dead in their head. They cut off their head because the heads is too big and shit, right? And then they stick it in their mouths and hang them in trees and shit, right? So that's the truth. That's the past. Keep it real. Don't worry. Just remember there's magic involved. You can't say you believe in Jesus, but you don't want to give no, you're a rich motherfucker. You're a rich cracker, right? Okay. Now I say for fact this shit. Hey, how you been, Lynn? That's my girl, Lynn. How you been, girl? Oh, are you a boy? What's going on? Tell me what's going on. Yeah, I was about to hell get off of here because sometimes I've been on here for like 40 minutes now talking. I was talking about Steve Harvey. I was talking about the curse of the cracker. I was talking about all sorts of crazy shit, okay? I was talking about beta alpha cucks with the fucking Peppy, okay? Peppy's from another country, from another mother, from another brother. I'm just joking with you, Peppy. All right? As I said before, I'm going to start in my Mixer next month. I'm on Mixer.com, and I'm also going to be on Twitch. I'm going to be doing gaming and motherfucking therapy. And y'all need therapy from y'all. And you need therapy from me. Because I'm older and have an older soul than most of y'all motherfuckers. I'm a life path number 9. I'm fine. I'm sure I'm fine. But I'm too paranoid to have true friends, okay? There's too many evil individuals out there. So what's going on with you, Lynn? Now, it's snowing out here. It's snowing out here right now, okay? I told y'all people to share my shit, okay? And I speak my mind because I know I'm not a liberal, not one fucking bit. How you been, Lanny Phoenix? Oh, what's going on? You new? I never seen you before. I'm your friendly neighborhood motherfucking Schizologist. How you been? Okay, because I know you may not have a good signal because you may go in and out and shit. I'm your friendly neighborhood Schizologist, which I talk about everything from pussy to giggling to real alpha shit, to beta shit, to psychology, dark psychology and shit. I talk about all those type of things. I've traveled to Ethiopia. That's a little bit about myself. Okay. Later on, you can watch Rush the West. And you can read about me a little later. So Steve Harvey, as I said before, this Gayle incident and shit, these are all weak individuals that take advantage of the system. They make money doing that type of shit. That's their job. You should be happy that this shit is happening. Now, with Kobe Bryant just dying and Gayle doing that shit, and then it pops off with Snoop Dogg and shit, and then 50 Cent said some shit, and I'm like, yo, the world is full of entertainments. Please understand what the game is about. And if you're not goddamn paranoid, you're screwing your fucking self. So go ahead out there and have fun and shit and get killed, and a guy flying off, he's 62 years old, he tried to see if the earth is fucking flat, and I see a parachute come out, and I was like, what the fuck is that contraption? What the fuck was that contraption that came out of his ship? And then they say the CIA killed him and shit. See, what the fuck you gotta worry about? A cracker who's 67, 62 years old want to see if the earth is flat. He risk his life to go into space and some shit. And I'm like, damn, can't you save a lot of money and time? I'm like, Jesus Christ. The parachute comes out of his ship, and a malfunction occurs while he's up like a couple meters in the air, okay? And he falls, you can see him falling straight to his death. And then white people are recording the dramatic suspense of it and falling to his death, which is not fucking funny. I'm like, yo, that's cold. That's motherfucking cold, that 62-year-old, man. He died, he crushed his bones, man. He splattered in the ground, okay? But other than that, it's lots of things to talk about, y'all. Whatever y'all want to talk about. Alpha males know how to talk. They have the gift of gab. There's not too many alphas out there. There's a people who like to talk the talk, but don't walk the walk. And I'm the one who talks and walks the walk. You got porn, dog? Okay, let me see. Lanny Phoenix, do you have your own porn? You a real alpha? You like use vaginas? Okay, I told you before, most of y'all guys are simps. Suckers selling for mediocre pussy. When you see a female, the first question, what do you do? The first thing you do with women is make them smile. You keep it simple, few seconds, 10 seconds later, I like your titties, okay? Your titties are nice, okay? Yes, I like the sun has it glycerin off your skin, okay? Keep it simple. And if she don't smile, most of the time, 90% of the rating, I get a smile firsthand. Because I look at them in the face and I'm like, my dick is big. See, my dick is big, right? And then next thing you know, they was like, okay, he probably got something. But if the female's a prostitute, She's not going to laugh. Keep them, these days, women are not going to laugh. I haven't went out there and tested my shit lately because lately I've been watching my kids. I told you I traveled to Ethiopia. I'm noble and shit. I gotta do tricksters and shit, manipulations and dark psychologies with my wife. I'm being entertained. I gotta watch my kids. You watch me, you follow me, you understand who I am. But please understand that I'm not your average man. Okay, I'm not your Peter Pan either. Okay, because I know there's a lot of gay motherfuckers hit me up in my motherfucking box. Okay. It's like, give you $10,000 to lick my balls. Give me $10,000. I'll give you $10,000 to lick my balls. I said, are you out of your goddamn mind? Are you out of your goddamn mind? I'm not gay at all. I don't care about your money. You ain't gonna keep me on the leash and shit. I'm only for servitude for the feminists. Okay, they gotta pay me because they think there ain't no man who's gonna fuck with their pussy and shit. Okay, and I fucking with a strap on, right? Okay, I don't touch used vaginas. I'm a what do we call it? I'm a gynecologist, motherfucker. I'm an inspector. I wear glasses. I got German in my blood, African in my blood, and a little bit Indian. Mostly African, though. So please don't underestimate. Don't do that, okay? You can make fun of me. That's what I want you to do, okay? Then I make videos of your girl, okay? And I don't even need no money, okay? And then the guys be checking me out and testing me and shit. And then I say, if you can talk to my girl on the side. I said, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, first, you're more attractive than I am. I give him a benefit of the doubt. And I think she chooses you because of your beauty. Okay, but most guys don't have that personality. I did this and they felt that they get mad at me. I said, they paid me money and shit. I said, get my girl. And said, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, please understand that I'm not your average man. So Lynn, the Phoenix, what's going on with you? Because probably you clicked out as soon as possible. I don't know how many people watching me, and it's best to say hello and how you been, because basically I'm crazy. I'm technically a crazy person. I have schizophrenia, okay? Okay, I made this very clear in most of my videos and shit. I don't understand why people think I'm fucking crazy, but I'm really not, okay? Because it's two sides of the coin. I'm more intelligent than you think. And so if you think I'm crazy because of my voices, okay, then you're actually crazy because you believe in God. I can literally say that. You're delusional. You're more delusional than I am. Because you put all your hope and your fear, your false evidence appearing real. My shit is real because I've been walking up the street and the voice tell me, go get that motherfucking car. Go get that motherfucking car. I said, shut the fuck up. Go kill this person. Eat the eyeballs of a murderer. Some shit like this is wit or straight up on my head. This random, and then sometimes you're working and shit, and I'll get a voice and shit talking to me like, yeah, you don't be supposed to be doing it. You ain't supposed to be doing it. It's repetitive. It's redundant. It's like it's meant for me to hear. So that's how I got to Ethiopia, because the voices. So now you want to make fun of me now? Okay. All my videos that I make, everything I have is because of the inner voices. Now, if you don't hear any voices, you're not that special. Okay, the voices tell me you are God. Okay, got 3 fucking entities talking to me, man. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or rush fest, you put it down below. Because most of y'all motherfuckers are boring motherfuckers. I told you. The people who are not boring is Pepe, because I know you. I don't know you too much, Tony Kane. Okay, we talked about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, he sucked the dick. And you know he used crack in his past. And you know Steve Harvey was the same person. These are beta cuts. He got offered $50 million and he rejected it because he can easily get that because he sucked a cracker's dick. Come on now, he didn't want to wear a dress. Come on now, that's not the only reason why somebody offered him $50 million. Come on now, 50, that's a lot of fucking money, man. You got to think about the money numbers. He can reject that because he already got more money than that he can possibly dream of because he sucked a lot of crackers' dicks a day. You know what I'm saying? Harvey is doing, Steve Harvey's the same way. Okay? You gotta watch these. He only crack jokes. Don't make fun of fucking Cat Williams. You don't make fun of Cat Williams. Okay, you got these goons out here who are Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish and shit. These is that's white humor all the way. I don't deal with white humor and shit. Okay, leave Tyler Perry out of this and shit. Let him do his own fucking thing. Please understand. Okay. Now, his thing is that if you could wear a dress and still keep your composure because he ain't strong enough. Okay, offer $2 million to wear a dress and embarrass yourself one time is not enough. Okay, it's not enough to say, oh, your career is over because you never had a career, motherfucker. You never had a career. I learned that I wore a dress, and next thing you know, my career was going downhill and dwindling. I said, no. Eddie Murphy, Eddie Griffin, Cedric the Entertainer. Come on now. You're not an impersonator. You want to direct 50. It's something else more to it. He probably was offered to somebody wanted to fuck him and shit. Like Birdman and shit. And Lil Wayne and shit. You gotta understand. Eminem is gay too. That's part of the all mass media and shit. You got white people who want to be black and shit. Like fucking Quentin Tarantino and shit. You gotta watch them motherfuckers and shit. They use manipulation to poison the masses. Okay. And y'all down with that shit. It's just cool. I'm a sadist. I'm a Satanist and a Satanist. I don't worship Satan, though. Okay, there's different levels of Satanists. Okay, there's different levels of sadists. But you got to be truly alpha and shit. You know what they did? They destroyed Snoop Dogg's fucking character. Oh, they destroyed him. He was never a fucking alpha. I keep telling y'all guys, is there? Yeah. Y'all motherfuckers are angry at me because y'all don't understand what the fucking real alpha is. Pimps don't sleep with their fucking product, motherfuckers. Oh my motherfucking God, this is making me weep, okay? Oh my God, you could talk the gangster shit all you want, but Italians back in the day, you know the niggas are trying to imitate the Italians? You know what an Italian is to me? An Italian is a black person, a one part Latino, one part Mexican, 13 and shit, and pretty much white. That's a dangerous, you see that arrogance? You see that shit? They had to pull them down for over years. Some of them still in power out here. I see some guys out here who's a mixed breed of Italian and Irish and shit. They don't fuck around. That's me, Mario and shit. Them Italians, that's true alpha shit. You look at them wrong. You don't know why your family got burnt up. Yeah, motherfuckers. Okay, y'all don't understand what alphas is. I was raised in the 80s. All the way in Brooklyn, New York, Bed-Stuy. Please, you guys, ask more questions. Y'all don't know T.I.'s and these are all fucking beta cucks. I can go against Eminem. If I write down my shit correctly, he's going to use metaphors, right? So if you're using metaphors, attack his metaphors because you think he's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but I'm a schizo. I'm a true schizo, motherfucker. Okay, oh my God. Look at Tech 9 and shit. He should be blowing up and shit. But he ain't, because his music ain't flowing. Most of the motherfuckers' music ain't tight enough. They don't have enough harmony like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Look what they did. They destroyed them motherfuckers, okay? When you have too much harmony, they destroy you. Look at the scary movie and shit. Look what the White brothers and the Wayne brothers, they created that shit and they took it away. They got the money and the power. They'll take it away. They'll take your shit away. Be careful, y'all guys, okay? And Cracker got a lot of power. The Jewish people, okay? There's nothing racist when I say Cracker, nigger, or fucking hunky. Please. Back in the heydays, in the George Jefferson days, okay, they said hunky and nigger on the show, okay? Look at Good Times and shit. Look at y'all don't understand what's going on behind the scenes. Either people are being paid, or people entertaining, or people using dark psychology. So dark psychology is something that white people use. It's not a black thing. Black people don't use dark psychology, dog. Okay, no. They don't listen, okay? Especially in the hood. Now, when you talk about crime rapes, when it comes to the Negro, if you see 55% of the crimes caused by niggas, that's in the hood. That's in their hood. Okay, do not take that out of context. Then maybe the rate of speed is also fast too, because I did not like living there. I did not like living in Brooklyn, man. I swear to God, there was shootings every fucking day, every fucking night. I swear to God, I wanted to be the DC sniper. I swear to God, I wanted to be. But there must be a God. There must be a God. Because I would have not got caught like the DC sniper. I knew for a fact that there's a motherfucker out there who wanted to be like me before that happened. I said, why don't somebody get some bullet? Wax bullets is the key to killing motherfuckers. That's what a cracker told me. It's untraceable, okay? And they gotta keep marking. They gotta taking all of the marks with all of the pots. You gotta change your position every year. You gotta do it once a year. You gotta go to another state or some shit. You gotta do it professionally. You don't get caught. You know, Jack the Ripper never got caught in his past now here. Okay? There's a lot of individuals who's never got caught who was Zodiac killers and shit like that. No, they don't get caught. That's the blacklist type shit, okay? What's his name? David Spade, okay? What's his name? Spade? Not David Spade, but okay, the guy who played on Blacklist. The guy who played on Blacklist, he should run for president. Ben Shapiro, he should run for president. Candace Owens could run for president. Okay, even Michelle Obama could run for president. The motherfuckers got clean slates. Clean slates. They understand how the presidency works. I know they do. But they ain't gonna run, okay? They ain't gonna run because the Republicans control that house. They know it. Obama couldn't do but so much. And he couldn't do too much. He didn't want to be labeled as a person who's helping out blacks when blacks can automatically help themselves now. They got too much opportunity here. Either we fucking their wives, okay, or we going to another country. That's an alpha. Why would you want to worry about complaining like MGTOW and Red Pill? I have nothing against them. I'm just saying they complain too much. And when I put my technicalities down, I said I would never vote for a woman. I said, good for you. You being you're not being a sexist, but you're kind of being we call it prejudice. Maybe that's a little prejudice, don't you think? Okay, I know women bleed and shit like that, but it is possible that women have the capabilities of a mental psychosis to think on the level of a cracker. Just like they got a black person. Just like you say, if you say I would never vote for a woman, look at Obama, okay? I voted for Obama because I knew a motherfucking nigga could. I heard him speak a couple times. I said, that motherfucker's articulate. He is very clear and constructive with his sentences. Okay, he's not as funny as I would be, but he's like a gentleman type. Yo. Yeah, the Don Juans and shit. They don't fuck with used vaginas, but he does, okay? He's still a beta cuck, though. Well, please understand this. When he dropped that mic and shit, I was like, Trump has nothing against him when it comes to his charm. But Trump has a different type of approach, you know what I'm saying? He's a Mughal in his own way. He talks some grab him by the pussy. I said, yo, I've never heard. This is entertainment out of the key element here. It's possible for a woman. You got to have open mind, man. That's what I tell you before. Now, when I talk to a lot of atheists, and I talk to agnostics, and I talk to people who assume that they're atheists, I say, you can't be an atheist. You believe in probability and possibilities, so you're agnostic. But white liberals would create these mixed matches and shit. And you can't be agnostic and atheist at the same time. They're two different definitions. You can't merge them. It's impossible. But it's okay. It's okay. It's subjective to you. I just say I keep it simple. Like you told me a little. Like so you wrote down here and you said wrong. Never vote for a woman. And Obama ain't black. Yeah, you're right. But I ain't black either. You surely ain't either. Did you get your DNA test? Check it. If you got any part of any other race, you know what African truly means, dog. It doesn't have a meaning. It's just another color of a different ethnic background and group. So that means, what do you consider what an African is? A person who's I saw a jet black nigga, and I'm thinking they are truly the niggas. Okay, y'all gotta be careful what an African is. Zulu tribe, but don't fuck with me with that African shit. You are crossbreeded Jamaican or some shit. You look like a Jamaican, okay? You look like somebody from the other side, okay? Your features are not super strong. I'm telling you, I saw some strong looking Aboriginal Africans, and you cannot say what an African is no more. Now, I know back in ancient times, in the Jolly Rancher lollipop ship or whatever, brought over some slaves from their own Moorish people who sold them off. I don't give a fuck about the details. Everybody's been sold at one point, okay? Trust me on this, okay? You're not truly African, dog. You maybe got some Swahili in you. You probably got some Icelander. You never know, man. Wrong. I never vote for a woman. Okay, now you're being prejudiced. I see it as being prejudiced. You're not really being sexist. You didn't say anything sexist, but I believe that you're being kind of prejudiced, okay? But of course not. I believe that overall men are more superior in the logic department. Okay, you can say that, but you got to be really specific about when you say that. Because I believe a woman can be president, but she got to be like Candace Owens. She got to be like, Michelle Obama is not as intelligent as Candace, okay? But she can kind of run because she has a clean slate. Even though she may look like a man, people say she's man enough to stand up there. Let her stand up there and see what happens, right? Yes, niggas, shut up. Okay, shut up. Not all niggas have strong features. They say Obama has what did I just say? Get your DNA test and shut the hell up. Because you don't know what the hell an African is. I just said, who gives a fuck about an African? There's a lot of crackers who ain't Caucasoid. Boy, they got German in it, Switzerland in it, they got British in them, and they got European. Who gives a fuck about race? I do not look at race as a monument to where everything is a foundation for, but they do have different traits and attributes when you come to genetics now here. Now, we talk about genetics that you have no knowledge of, okay, here. Now, the Negroid is different. Their features are different. They already did the studies way back in the 1820s, all the way to the 1918s, whatever the fuck. But I'm telling you right now, there's different traits and attributes There's a gay gene. Yep. There's a warrior gene. Yep. And then there's this gene. There's the animal freakish gene. Yep. You think they don't got that shit labeled down? You better study your genetics, dog. Go back to school, okay? Let me see. But who cares if he's half black? I don't give a fuck. He looks black. He got a negroid nose. And he got a negroid personality, right? Now, you go back in the 1920s and 30s, you'll never see a negroid personality. As a matter of fact, there was a couple guys who did have smooth Modi, Don Juan type of personalities. What do you think the pimp game is, man? Where do you think that originated from? It started from the cracker, right? And then the black people blew it out of proportion, just like basketball. They didn't allow niggas to play basketball. They didn't allow niggas to play basketball in America, right? They didn't allow niggas to play basketball. Now, the niggas are taking over everything. You ever heard a cracker say, the niggas are taking over? No. They're not taking over shit. It's all about capitalism. They ain't taking over shit. I don't know where this psychology comes from. I got the DNA test. Okay, so what did it say you have? I got mostly African. I got German, Indian. Okay, so are you 100% African? You sure? There's different types of Africans down here. Yeah, don't get you twisted. That don't make you more important than nobody else. I'm pretty sure you don't know how to dance better than all other niggas. Cause I saw some niggas dance and I'm like, oh shit. You think you know how to dance and shit? I'm a spud web to you. I can jump higher than you. I told you I'm only 5'7". I can grab rim. And how tall are you? Can you grab the rim? So now we're going to see who the nigga is, right? I'm saying, yo, you better be careful with that word nigga or African and shit, but I'm about to get the hell out of here. I've been talking for y'all too long. I'm just trying to give a mental note and a shout out to all y'all guys. I'm going on a Mixer app. I'm going on Mixer when I get my fucking camera. And I'm definitely going to be on Twitch. And I don't want to, I had to refrain. I got to watch. If I get banned off of that fucking Twitch, so well. And if I get banned off of fucking Mixer, so well. I'll just be talking about my game while I'm playing the game. And you can talk to me because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't play games. Okay, yeah, but he don't look white, dog. I don't care how half-breeded Milano he is. It's just he don't look white and he don't sound white and his charm is not white at all, dog. Come on now. You gotta wake up, man. You still got a lot of learning. You only 20 years old, so you still messing with them young girls, okay? Them young girls who's already pussy holes are like this and shit. This is how they're gonna trick your ass. First they're gonna close it because they squeezing all the time. You fuck with a squeezer pleaser. They squeeze their shit as soon as you open up the panties and shit. And then you try to stick your finger in it and it feel tight. Alright? Okay, that's you. You gonna get tricked today. I don't get tricked, motherfucker. Okay. And next thing you know, you stick your finger, you feel tight, you tell her to do a doggy style position. You don't know nothing about what I do, man. You don't let her look at the pussy or nothing like that. You don't know how to observe anything. So next thing you know, as soon as you stick your finger out and she put the panties back on, she's like, and she farts. You got bamboozled, Peppy. You got bamboozled, Peppy. Okay, because she was squeezing pleasing all of the time. Women don't oh my goodness, how women's hair is full of air when it comes to gynocentrics. Gynocentrics is, not gynocentrics, gynecologists. There's a fake ass gynecologist to be saying, the pussy always stay tight. And I'm like, motherfucker, you know goddamn well. You ain't did no research. You don't remember what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, you know that shit don't stay well if they got 5 kids. Oh, it always stay well. It's always fresh. Okay? It always cleans itself out. I say, Obama is white. Y'all boring. Y'all boring me, man. Mr. Age is not the same as knowledge. You're right about that. Steve Harvey, a dinosaur, and he's stupid. I said, yeah, he's stupid. Okay, let me see what the philosophy is here, because I'm a philosopher myself. Age, not the same as knowledge. You're correct. But it does help to actually have more experience than the younger generation. Because if I'm going out there and I'm playing on a basketball court and I'm talking to your girlfriend and I'm old school and shit, then you know my shit still stands. So don't bring your girlfriend around me and saying, oh, test my girl and shit like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that because she's 90% going to fall. And I told you this, and you ain't did nothing I told you to do, and you a young buck, right? I'm 45, man, and I can take a lot. I have confidence that I can get your girl, and I don't give a fuck how beautiful you are. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm shorter, and I'll pick up your girl. I talked to taller females in my past, man. Okay, I don't get turned on by taller women, though. That's strange, though. I'm a sapiosexual, you know what I'm saying? I get turned on by intellectual properties from a woman. Most women they don't make it budge at all. If she's shorter than me, I'm gonna get turned on. If she don't talk, I'm gonna get turned on. If she says no sometimes, I'm gonna get turned on. But if she says no too much, I don't even like that bitch no more. Okay. I usually tell a female straight up front, don't reject me too much. I used to give her cute times. I don't play that bullshit with females. The games they play with y'all guys, I don't do that. I said, you gonna do it. Okay. Or you getting out the motherfucking car. Okay. Or it could be like some dark psychology shit. I would say, what do you believe? What do you believe in? Okay. And you be like, okay, yeah, I believe. Yeah. See, you gotta use manipulation in a good way. Because I don't want no fucking karma coming to my ass for using any bad manipulation. Everybody's manipulated to some degree. People be thinking about the word manipulation as a fucking negative thing. I said, no, motherfucker, that's wrong. No, motherfuckers, that's wrong. So other than that, that's all I want to say today, y'all guys, and I'm glad y'all here with me, Peppy. Okay, let's see, Lanny Phoenix. Okay, what are you about? Okay, you meeting the real McCoy, huh? You first time, boy? What's going on with you? Lynn Williams, what's going on? You half naked walking around? Okay, you got your slave master got you in the house. Okay, make sure you don't get killed with them crackers, because they will hang you if you don't fuck the right way. Okay, boys. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of Light and Dark. Welcome to my page. And peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of Light and Dark. Welcome to my page. And please understand that I will post more information after this video. And you know how to follow me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Sexologist. And y'all have a good day. Okay, maybe on later. I'm on random times. If the universe wants us to be together, we will be together. Talk to me in my inbox if you have any questions. Because the inbox is way more sharper than this live thing. I don't like this live thing here. You can't see people's videos. You gotta go into group chat. Group chat, you can make group chats or whatever the fuck I is, you know what I'm saying? Please understand that I'm not your average man. And I'm not your Peter Pan, okay? So, thank you very much for the conversation, Peppy. Okay, you win the most valuable commenter, okay? MVC, most valuable commenter. Congratulations. $1 million for you, okay? Bless your heart. And hope to die. And hope not to die by the coronavirus. And if you cough near me, I'm going to punch you and then I'm going to run. Because the chemical sticks in the air somewhere. And niggas are not affected. That's what they say. Nigerians are not affected in China. Hey, Nigerians are not affected in China. That Tony Kane, remember what I told you about that curse? White people eat everything. White people will eat. They're lizard. They're truly RH negative factor, motherfucker. They'll eat every fucking. They'll eat the crack of your ass, you know. Niggas at least try to cook their food in the hood. Okay. God damn it, okay. Peace.